Guest that is the only person below White Holiday in the ComicsGate phone book. It's my favorite failed clone of Peter Sammetti. The YouTube WyzGyz. How you doing, Conrad? Welcome to the show.
Hello. Seen that before. Failed favorite clone of Peter Sammetti.
Yeah, I love CGUK. They're a crack up. Welcome to WyzGyz Entertainment. This is your host, Wyman. And, oh, you know what? I don't think I've ever tried this.
Hey, look. Hey, switch it back, because then you can see the sexy ladies on the wall easier. And you can see that me and him have the same poster all the whole time.
Oh, I thought when you said sexy lady, you were referring to Doc Hog.
No. That's just an old cranky guy. I mean,
why, man? I never knew you felt that way.
Oh, crap. What did I get myself into?
Nada! Oh, come on.
We're think Mata, yeah, there we go.
We are back with Tilt. Welcome, Matanui, and welcome, Richard 465. How's everyone doing today?
Speaking of failed clones, how's Spartan Jeremy out in chat as Richard?
No.
He's part of the Jer Army.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So we are here for Tilt 2. Before we get into that, let's take a quick moment and catch up on who you guys are, since it's been some time since your last visit. Actually, I was going to start with Doc Hog, but since it's ladies first, Rosetta, will you take
lady
a moment
or female? Because I ain't a fucking lady.
Share with everyone, how you got into getting involved with the Tilt program, the Tilt campaign.
It's really kind of odd is I got very quickly suckered into CG because about 14 months ago now, I was right after I came home. I was a bit sad still with my streams because it was right after my grandfather passed away, and I was a group that rated my stream from the link that I'd sent to one of the members after her stream had ended, and they all came right in and jumped into the actual stream. And one of them, I had never talked to or met before, was Anthony, Dark Gifts, who stayed that whole night cheering me up and then spent a lot of time talking to me over the next few months. And basically ended up at the point where he would play his music and then tell me about CG. So he would play music to calm me and then tell me about all these projects he's involved in or working with or supports, or basically he kind of suckered me in quickly. And so I started hanging out with him and Elaz and them a lot. And as I got more involved in all the CG stuff on Twitter, somehow this guy just flew into my radar. I let him do an interview to promote Tilt 1 and backed it and supported him, and because I liked what I saw. And when we had the massive storm in August, one of my books that I got from him actually had gotten damaged. And he sent me the kit with the book that was damaged and some extra stuff to cheer me up without charge to help me through this time of stress and tragedy. Because he's a sweetheart. And then as I was dealing with that and still with my parents while we were trying to fix things around the house here, he sent me a message offering to work with me.
Right
So he's a sweetheart.
I have my moments.
When you're not objectifying women.
Yes, but I do like your boobs. Back tilt.
I will not live that down after last month, Will. The things that are done on mindless entertainment are always things that become almost memes with me.
So what kinds of work did you do for the Tilt 1 campaign?
I did.
Or actually Tilt 2?
Yeah. He contacted me about doing a cover, and I said, I need an actual artist to help do the drawings yet, because I'm still the actual drawing stuff and really not good at some of that. And I didn't want to push to try to take on a major endeavor like that without help. So he said, fine, find me an artist you think you can work well with. So I brought him Vic King. And we did the variant cover together, me and Vic. And then very last minute, I get asked, oh, can you do the colors for the deck of cards we're doing with Vic? Okay, well, when do you need? Well, we need it basically Saturday night. Okay. Vic messages me the image to colorize Friday night. So I had to print it Saturday. But they got it Sunday morning. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. So we did the back on the deck of cards that's for the campaign, and we did the variant cover together, me and Vic.
Cool. And Doc, wait a minute. You're a sweetheart? What?
I didn't type that in. That must have been that.
Yes, you did. You know.
No, I didn't type. I was like, how did that happen?
So what brought you to this point where you're making your own your own Tilt books, crowdfunded comic books?
Well, basically my friend Jeremy Lott called me up, I guess maybe about 2 years ago now, telling me about ComicsGate and indie comics and that sort of thing. And, he was making an indie comic, and I said, I've had these story ideas bouncing in my head for years. I don't know what to do with them, and I'm not going to write a novel or anything like that, but they might work as a comic. And so he just started hooking me up with groups, sent me some scripts that I could, use as a model. And one thing just kind of led to another, and eventually I landed on the idea for Tilt. And I was really eager to get a campaign going to see if I could actually do it. And Tilt 1 turned out fine, and Tilt 2, here we are with just over 2 weeks left and 67% funded. So we're going to be probably going to be white knuckling it a little bit the last 2 weeks here, but I still feel pretty optimistic that I'll hit it.
Nice. And since you did the whole Tilt 1 campaign, did you have a lot of time to think out how you're going to plot the story?
Yeah, I did, and in fact, I've got the plot for issue 3 already pretty well outlined out, and I just need to start writing it soon. But even though Tilt 2 is not not finished yet, but basically I have an idea of where I want the whole story to go before I even start writing issue 1, and so I have a general idea of the arc, and then you finish issue 1, and then you start adding in things to issue 2 that you didn't initially think you'd have, but it comes into focus and follows the general pattern.
Does the story writing process take a long time?
For me, only because I'm not always great at getting my butt in the chair and doing it.
Most writers and artists have that issue, actually.
Yeah, once I actually sit down and start it, I can write a page or 2 a day, and it'll come together. 32 pages will come together pretty quickly. So I don't find the writing process of dialogue. I mean, dialogue I can kind of hear in my brain without too much difficulty. And then, it's just kind of seeing the image in my head and writing that out, what I kind of, would like to see in the panel. So no, once I sit down and really commit to it, it's not particularly difficult. So. But on the other hand, I mean, I've made my living as a professional writer one way or another for, basically 20 years. So moving into comic book writing, it was something of a challenge because it is different, but there's a certain logic to it that, that's very similar to the logic that you find in other types of writing.
Are you a novelist by trade then?
No, I have written for newspapers, think tanks, that sort of stuff. So a lot of reporting, policy stuff. But when you're making arguments, when you're writing an opinion column or something, or even a story for a newspaper, there's a certain logic it needs to follow, and that logic just kind of. It's very similar in a comic book. It's very, one scene needs to lead to the next. What do you're doing something in this scene. For example, I got a scene where one of the queens goes out and kills 2 of the guards outside Johnny Ricca's homes. Why is she doing that? Well, it's so that, when it's time to leave and, they've gotten rid of all the mobsters, there aren't anyone who can stop them out at the gate. So, those need to be eliminated first.
Kind of like following the steps in a flow chart.
Yeah, or the other thing is that's a possibility is that, the 2 guards might hear the screaming coming as the mobsters are getting it, and they might call the police, or they might try to come in and intervene. So, it makes sense to off them first. See the kind of logic there.
All right.
Oh, you just like sense killing in your comic with lots of violence. He's not disagreeing. I know my Doc. I know Doc.
I know. Hey, I know how to. I know how to take lots of violence and dirtiness and make it sound noble. So logic. Logic is one way.
Speaking of dirtiness, you have to talk about the page of the tied up kid that victim.
Oh well, let me. Actually, I think I might be able to. Hang on here. Hang on.
While you're pulling that up, King Toad Comics the Mothman says, "Hello to all you good peeps. Eating some mac and cheese while watching Clone Wars and this stream at the same time."
See, this sexiness is from Tilt. How can you not want to back it?
Yeah, really.
This sexiness is from it.
Yeah, I got that. Sex.
Let's just put it. You don't even have to say it sexiness. Just say it as it is. How it belongs. Sex. Get the right mindset. Come on, guys.
There you go.
Sex.
The hidden
Doc, every time you do that stuff, you undo the work I'm doing.
Sex. I'm sorry.
Focus on the boobs and listen to the word sex. Sex.
Doc sounds like Homer Simpson when he's drooling.
Oh, donuts.
You know, saying
Woo!
donuts like
Floor
that after we
pie.
were talking about sex makes me think of what body parts you could call donuts.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Sorry, wise guy. One thing you'll learn about me and Doc is we're pretty vulgar when we hang out together. Doc sounds like a horny zombie.
Well, I'm just thinking, you know, I got some donuts. I got some donuts. I'm wondering if I need to. It's been a little while for me, so maybe I need to go. Never mind.
Oh my God, Doc.
It's one thought I should not think out loud. Doc sounds like a horny zombie. Sad. All righty,
Exactly.
let's share the screen.
That's right on point. Oh my gosh.
Poor wise guys.
This is Lenore.
Introduce
Lenore
me.
is sexy.
Lenore.
Yes, when I named the stripper F.A.M.I.L.Y, Lenore didn't catch on. When I actually first sent her the ink of this, she didn't catch on. But finally, I had to tell her. I think I told her on your show.
My show.
Yeah,
Yes.
and she was like, "Oh my God!" But she is the stripper that gets tied up. That the back up real quick. The head mobster's throwing a birthday party, and he's going to have a stripper jump out of a cake. And Jennifer and the Jacks basically kidnap the stripper, put Jennifer in the cake, and then she's going to pop out and throw out the Kings and the Jacks, and it's game on. But this is the stripper that I decided the stripper that would get kidnapped. We were going to draw her as Lenore.
And Lenore told you should have been heading the campaign with that information from the beginning.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What did she say again? I'm sorry.
She told you should have been promoting that as part of the main part of the campaign from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, I wanted it to be a surprise, but now that you say that, I think that's a good idea.
Hit secret cameo from Lenore, the colorist. So did you end up do you have like reference photography to get her likeness down?
Oh yeah, I just pulled a couple of pictures from her pretty much from her Twitter stream and stuff like that I had, and just sent it over, and Marcos did a nice job. And at the end she's saying, "Yeah, we have to call the cops. Darn, I'm going to miss my live stream again."
Richard 465, welcome. Richard says, "Great art." Looks very cool.
No, Tilt's an amazing campaign.
When Lenore was coloring this on the live stream, the lower rightmost corner was originally blacked out, right?
Yeah, she had some words up there that she'd written over it.
Yeah.
I mean, she had blacked it out. It was there. It was the actual ink was behind it, but I can't remember what she had up there. It was something like, I don't remember now. Have to go back and look at the.
Yeah, I think it was something to the effect, oh man, was it? No, I don't know. I thought it was something like shoot, not drama-filled conclusion or suspenseful ending, something like that. But that's not a spoiler showing that.
No, not anymore. I mean, it's she knows, and let's see what. Let me see here. What did
since she didn't get it, since she didn't realize she was depicted here initially. You eventually came right out and told her?
Well, yeah, I told her on Rosetta's channel. I don't remember the exact topic how it came up, but Marcos had just finished that page, and it was like, oh, by the way, and she was like, oh my God.
It's freaking amazing. I love it.
Pretty funny.
You guys have as sick of a sense of humor as I do. I wish my goal is that you have great success with this, and I work with you again in the future.
Absolutely.
Because I have had a blast being with you.
Well, the feeling is very much mutual. So,
don't look down my chest when you say that.
I actually was looking at a different screen, but thank you.
Oh my gosh, you're undoing Rosetta's work again.
Yeah, well, buy this book.
Buy this book. Buy my book. Cool deal. And roughly how far along would you say the project is?
Well, all 32 pages are inked, and we're up to up to 18. We're close to 18 pages colored. I've got about 12 pages inked, and we'll have more inked shortly. So Lenore says that she plans on everything finished by Christmas. So if I do get funded, I will get funded. I can get it. I can send it out to the printer at the very end of December, which I would like to do if I get when I get funded. That way I can write it off on the
say it correctly or get in trouble.
When I get funded.
There you go.
Sex. When I get funded with sex.
Oh dear. I'm asking this because I have no idea. In the printing industry, do they have any like spikes or peak business around holidays like Christmas?
No clue.
Richard says, tweeted out the link so some more folks might be able to see it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Richard, darling.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You tell him I'm saying sex.
Stop it, Doc.
Okay.
No matter how bad you are, you're not getting a spanking.
Well, that's no fun. My Christmas is ruined.
Oh, your Christmas is ruined. There we are. All right. So we're presently at 2684, 78 backers. Did you notice whether a lot of the people who backed Tilt 1 came over to support Part 2?
I haven't actually matched up the names, but I haven't compared them exactly. I'm going to probably this weekend. But I do know that there have been people who backed it last time and that have backed it this time. Some of the names were very, very familiar.
Nice. Did you find doing the pre-launch with the whole mailing list thing to be beneficial?
Yeah, I would say yes. It definitely helps, and it gets your first couple of days, I think, off to a little bit better start. And I've still got a list of people that I know who are on that list that haven't backed it, and so I can keep shooting out emails, saying, can you, this is what you're missing out on. And I'm going to be going to that email probably quite a bit.
No more zombie sex.
She is wrong. That's the zombie sex. But you know, I'm going to be gearing up for my final 2-week push here, and you know, hopefully just be able to drag it across that finish line.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I will drag it across the finish line. I will drag it across the finish line.
I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think
I can.
Boy, I think I can could be such a different motto if you made it an adult story instead of a kid story.
Well, it's already something of an adult story. You have a train in it.
Yeah, and it's trying to get up the hill and down.
Yeah, but it needs to be going into a tunnel. Then it's a full adult story.
There was a tunnel in the original story, I thought.
Maybe there was.
I'll have to look it up.
I think I can. I think I can.
Poor WyzGyz, like, what the hell have I done to my channel?
He's bastardized it.
This is the day your channel will die.
Well, YouTube isn't doing me any favors.
Oh no.
Well, they on one of my other streams, even when I just had it scheduled before I even went live, they took it down. So I had to appeal it. So we'll see.
What?
Have you heard of the Vatita book? Hold on. Let me show you the page. It might ring a bell. Vatita Awakening. I don't know if it's from the cover.
I know that person because I have one of their other ones they did.
Yeah, his company has all kinds of books, all kinds of titles. It looks really cool, and he's got all kinds of, you know, they target different audiences too. There are different various books, and every time they have a new idea that they want to, you know, bring to reality, then they.
You want me to guess why they took it down?
Well, I have a feeling, but is it really?
I have a feeling about that spot too. I mean,
is it really enough of a reason to claim terms?
No.
Condition?
You're assuming there's a good reason. No. I mean, they did the same thing to my YouTube video, to the thumbnail for my YouTube video for the Tilt promotion. That's why it's got the different one up there now.
Look, they eradicated. I can't get it back. They would never give it back. My interview I did with Piper because the title had the term boob window in it.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
They wouldn't even let me change the title. They just destroyed it.
Huh. Yeah, crazy.
Which is such crap. Boob windows are gold.
Yeah, so was that campaign. Even before we even went live, they probably their bots took it down. So I was mainly streaming to Facebook and Twitch, but it turned out that it looked like it was streaming to YouTube as well, even though it wasn't visible to YouTubers because it was technically removed. But I mean, there wasn't even any nudity in there. I mean, there was partial black
there was
and white.
boobage.
Yeah.
Dressed boobage, no less. Come on, you pansies.
There was a suggestive pose of the protagonist in a bathtub full of blood, but you know.
So she was trying to be Bathory. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, really. What's up with that? I'll show you that real quick. This shot right here.
Woo! Yeah. Naughty.
But
I need that picture to colorize. I swear, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. They did colorize it. I think I have a poster around here somewhere of it. But yeah, so yeah. The fixed goal you have is 4,000.
Mm-hmm.
Did I hear you say in a previous stream that it's a little more than the goal you set for yourself in part 1?
Yeah. Last time I set a goal of 3,000, which is looking a little ironic right now because you know I'd hit it if I was still at 3,000. So but I decided, well, let's be a little more ambitious this time. So
gotcha. Devosh says, seems I popped in at the right moment. How's everyone doing tonight?
Just Richard's simple answer. Okay, so let's go down the tilt here and show some of the artwork here. Because I'm sorry, the card back that me and Vic did for this campaign is a freaking hot damn as well. In fact, I will make an offer tonight for something crazy.
This one right here, isn't it? The variant cover?
That's the cover work. It's just great.
And it is also right here. Have it right here.
Oh, hold on.
Mm-hmm. He's got it there ready to ship out to the first person to back that tier.
Yeah, and you will also, if you back this comes as a package with this and the ink by Vic King. So you'll get 2, plus it comes with 2 physical copies of the comic, standard cover, variant cover, and the digital copy, the pinups, and the special tilt deck of cards. So you get the whole smash
I will
if
do
you
some
back the art.
Very special for somebody if they're willing to do this for us for Doc tonight, because I'm trying to help him. If somebody wants to back either the other art tier with me and Vic or the other write-in tier, and message him to show him the receipt from doing it tonight, sometime tonight, then when he ships everything out, I will send them this once I use it for my campaign.
Ooh.
That's quite the deal.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, you want the sex kitten. This thing, I put a lot of work in. This is my drawing. You want the sex kitten. Look at her.
Be tempted.
Shut up, Doc. Really trying to help you right now. Back those big tears. Show Doc you did it. And I'll mail this to him so it can go with it once I get the scan work done so it can be used in the pinup book.
Cool deal. You heard the Winchy.
There you go.
Back her now.
Smoking hot redhead. Wait, that sounds right. Who were you referring to, the drawing or me?
All right, so checking this out. Let's. So when you had the goal of 3,000 last time, did that seem sufficient to cover all your costs, or did you feel like you were like cutting it close, or
that pretty much covered my printing costs, and I had to come up with more money to fund Tilt 2 to pay the artists, and 4,000 is going to cover most of my printing costs this time, and might get me a little bit of the way toward funding issue 3. So I'm a ways away from being able to do the printing and shipping and have enough to fund part 3. So, but that's all right. These things do take time, and you just got to keep at it, and
keep pumping. Keep pumping.
There you go.
Always be pumping. Pump, 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 pump.
So right now, you're kind of in the red, right? In terms of
Oh, very much so.
all right.
That's, again, it's only the second campaign. I mean, I'm still really a startup business, so expect to be in the black at this point, especially when look, I'm not I'm not an Ethan Van Sciver, I'm not a Dan Fraga, I'm not a John Malin. I don't have that kind of a big name and following, and so it's just and I'm not. They got a big name and following because they had been working in the industry for years. So I'm just really at step one. I'm really at step one at this point. So it'll get there. It's just it's just time. It takes time.
But you are a Doc Hog.
Who wants sex?
Oh no! Oh no!
For Christ's sake, Doc.
Yeah, this show's gone off the rails.
Or who wants?
For some reason, it usually does when the two of us are on the same stream. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, it's not like there's anything about me that brings out the worst in you. Nothing on me does that.
Go figure.
Nothing.
So there's 15 days left. Now, is this the first or the second 30 days?
Second 30 days. So I'm down to just about my last 2 weeks.
Okay. Now, if heaven forbid it doesn't get funded,
it will get funded.
Yeah,
it will get funded. I'll relaunch sometime in February. Just gonna give it another go, and I am going to sit back and just kind of take stock and what exactly did I do wrong. The first thing just may have made more sense just to have the same fundraising goal, since I'm only $316 away from $3,000. That might have been it. I'm also got to think, maybe October was not the best month to launch. I've been told that later months, as you get close to Christmas, crowdfunding is a little more difficult. So that might be some of it. I've done just about as many YouTube shows at this point as I did for the first one. So I know that can't be at least in terms of number of shows I've done, that can't be the problem.
I was gonna say
I've had, I've had a few instances of shows that last time got me quite a few backers and this time didn't. So I don't know what happened there, but that's one of the things that also makes me suspect that, maybe it was the timing. And what else? Let's see. Were the things that I was doing in, for the campaign for issue 1 that I forgot to do this time around or didn't do enough. So I'll just take stock and get things ready for another go. And but hey, I don't think that's going to happen. I will get funded. I will get funded. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Bring
Don't
that
look
train.
at me when you say I think I can.
Rosetta, I can. Rosetta, I can.
No!
Bring that train into the tunnel.
Oh my God.
Oh, shoot. King Toad says he's just a poor boy from a poor family. Sorry, Queen just popped in my head when you said that. Let's play this trailer.
It's that time again, my friends. Time to get tilted. The campaign for Tilt Part 2 is underway. Jennifer Poehler was in danger after mobsters murdered her dad. For her protection, spirits gave her the power to make the characters in an ordinary deck of playing cards come alive. Now she has to use that power to eliminate the mobsters who killed her dad. In issue 2, it is time for the mobsters to face the music. But what price will Jennifer pay? Will her recklessness catch up with her? Find out and back Tilt Part 2. Brought to you by the same team that brought you issue 1. Written by David Doc Hog Hogberg. Illustrated by Marcos Lima. Colored by Lenore King. And lettered by D. Jason Meadows. Bringing you 32 pages of sexiness, surprises, and slaughter. Tilt Part 2. Now on Indiegogo. It's superheroes meet the Sopranos, and this time, the Sopranos get whacked.
I mean, hell yeah, who doesn't want that?
So after Lenore completes the colors, then it goes to the letter.
Yeah.
And is all the lettering done digitally?
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay.
You don't even ask. You just are happy if it gets done, right?
You know, that's pretty much it. I mean, as long as it gets done, it's up to snuff. I'm not. I'm. You know, I'm a little more results oriented than I am process oriented.
So during the process, do you guys go through it a couple times over, or do you yourself look over all the dialogue and make sure that as an editor there aren't any typos, grammatical errors, things like that? Or do you...
yeah, I will. I'll definitely. You know, I'll definitely. I try to go when I get pages in. I try to go over things pretty carefully. Although I'm gonna have to up my game a little more this next time, because I was lucky. My artist actually saw some mistakes that he made, like he'd forgot to include some of the tiaras for the queens. So no, he went back and he fixed it all. So I was I'm definitely gonna have to up my game a little bit on that this next time. So, but definitely I go over it with a very carefully, and look for any mistake, and so.
Do you have someone who comes in after you and acts as a second set of eyes?
I second set of eyes. I don't think I don't recall having a second set of eyes the first time round. I just, before I sent it to the printer, I really went over everything with a fine-tooth comb one last time.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking over at the comments here. Yeah, Malin is, as far as I know, having a stream, and I did. He said, put your link in there, and I jumped on it. So I plan on if he hosts it on Saturday, I'm definitely gonna hopefully get on. So
you deserve it. You did very good with your first campaign, and you deserve more recognition than you've gotten.
Yeah. I try never to think that way, because as much as I love hearing that from you, Rosetta, you start thinking that way, and it can easily lead to an entitlement mentality.
Oh,
and
no, you shouldn't think that way. I, as somebody who's watched you working, have more reason to think that way than you should.
Yeah, well, you don't want entitlement mentality when you're trying to treat your customers well. So
yeah, that's why I said I feel that way for you, because I've been your customer.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I must have missed that. The last thing I heard from Malin was he did a short stream where he was just keep updating everyone on what it was like coming down with COVID and getting over it. And I think he's more or less still recovering the rest of the way. He's back home.
Yeah, he had a tweet saying he wants to do an open creator stream again.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that's why, because he's
Yeah, like
So,
Yeah, that's why he's holding it, because he's back from COVID.
So you want to show them the deck of cards that people can add on to their sets that I helped with? Cool.
Yeah,
Squirrely.
let's show him. Scroll down.
There's the cover, pretty, and that one you can get the artwork for. And then there's the posters here and pages and stuff that are down below. And now the add-ons. Look at this stuff.
Pinups. There will be 2 pinups for the price of 1. The first is Jiggities. But is it pronounced Lakim or Lakim?
That's Lakem.
Lakem is a sweetheart. He's really nice to talk to and work with.
I see Lakem in some streams. Second is Sexy Jennifer, aka Jennifer with the Chuck and the Drug, by Arch Cider. Was this part of the first campaign, or was it?
No, he drew one. It's the middle one over my my right shoulder here. If you want to just bring me up full screen.
Oh yeah.
The one
middle
right
one
next
there.
to me here is easier to see on my wall.
That's the one he did, and I made it part of the.
On my wall there, right there.
See? Made it part of the stretch goal. So.
Right there, sexiness. So that's what I was saying. Sex.
Yeah. Pretty good looking. Let's see here.
Mm-hmm. That.
This is the deck of cards one.
Mm-hmm.
That is Vic's drawing and my colors. All done by hand with pencil.
Now that art has been purchased.
Nice. And man, that's a lot of detail in the hat.
Mm-hmm.
Both for him to draw and me to color, yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I had that done in less than a day from actually getting the printing made. So, and that's all pencil. Except for the gloves and hat, the white colors paint. Because you can't get that bright of a white with pencil.
Yeah, doesn't it always seem muted when you use colored, white colored pencils?
Yeah. I like white colored pencils to help blend soft colors together.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, let's see. What else did I miss here?
Well, you've got the if you scroll down some more, there'll be the custom jacks, queens, and kings for the.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Standard cover, variant cover, reissue cover.
Yeah, and that I've got art for the reissue cover that's available for purchase as well. So that's that is available, and it's the same thing as any of the other art tiers. You'll get the 2 physical copies, the standard and variant cover, the digital copy, the tilt deck of cards, and the 2 pinups. So always do this because on the Indiegogo page it doesn't quite do it justice.
Deck of cards, custom jacks, club, diamonds, hearts, and spades. All right.
Yep.
And do you say you were the one who decided what their weapons were?
Well, if the weapon is obvious in the deck of cards, like it is for the Jack of Clubs and the Jack of Hearts, then I go with that weapon. The diamonds and the spades, it's not. They're holding these kind of things that look like a stock, like a a stick with flowers around it. So I just ended up, I just chose some weapons. The Jack of Diamonds, those things are called Kamas, K-A-M-A, and then the Jack of Spades, those two curved swords are known as Sikas. And I went looking for weapons that had blades that I thought would be, cool to have the Jacks use, and that's what I came up with. So
Nice. Yeah, these look pretty good, indeed. Oh, by the way, on the Lenore page that you were showing, is she done, or is she still working on it?
No, that page is done.
All right. So these are the custom queens by Lenore.
Mm-hmm. It's clubs, diamonds, hearts, and spades.
So each of the artists who you assign cards, they do the pencils, inks, and colors.
Yeah, they all have.
And you intentionally ask a different artist to do each suit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And these are the kings by F.A.M.I.L.Y.
Were any of them like following one specific artist's work to like as reference or baseline? Or did you?
That's a good question. I mean, like for example, the Jack of Clubs, his armor was based roughly on the Spirit of Corruption in the Ghost Rider series that recently got canceled. But other than that, I mean, I just kind of give my artists a lot of fair amount of leeway to do what they want to do. But basically, I'll start with Marcos because he has to draw these into the actual comics. So we talk about how we want to draw the Jacks and the Kings and the Queens and everything, and then I hand it over to the artist for the cards, and I give them some room to make their own interpretations as well. So they don't have to look exactly like, and they're not going to look exactly like they are in the comics. So.
Oh, okay, all right. But at least they have the reference material of how they're drawn in the book itself.
Yeah, I use those. I send those over as references, and then they work it from there.
When I look at these characters, it almost looks like, well, I guess it really wouldn't work, but because cards is a card game. I was just thinking of possible similarities or parallels with, chess pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And whether the characters might be adaptable to a chess set one day. I don't know. I mean, you're dealing with two different worlds. One's more or less a board game, and the other's card games. Wait, let me see. So you've got red. Diamond, heart, spade, club. Oh yeah, king, queen. Oh, I'm sorry, jacks. All right, jacks, queens, kings, Was there does your deck of cards include jacks?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Scroll up. Scroll up. These are the.
Oh,
you just
right there.
passed. You just passed them.
Oh. Oh heck. All right.
Yeah, we were talking about the special weapons they had earlier.
Yeah, jacks of all 4 suits. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. King of Clubs coming soon.
Oh, is that still up there? Oh, yeah. All right, let's go in and adjust that.
So original variant cover art by Vic King and Rosetta Allen. And then you got, whoops. Oh, all right. This is
And
the
then the
card
second
art.
one there sold.
Yep, that's a card art by your team up. Original reissue cover art by Alan D. Gary Jr. Then the original Vic King Graveyard Shift art. Was that in the tier 2?
Yeah, that's gone too.
Oh, okay. Good deal. Art from Tilt 1 available as posters. Cool. Yeah, there's the other image. There you go. For the $6,000 stretch goal, first one is by Lenore King. That's at $6,000.
Mm-hmm. Everybody gets these two pinups. And when I hit 4,000, we'll kind of see how I'm going. If it's still kind of, if I've just been barely dragged across the finish line, I may just drop that stretch goal to $5,000 instead.
Okay.
And because as you see, the other 2 stretch goals, I haven't had them draw the trading cards yet because, I'm if I get to those, I'm a long way off from getting to those. And so at this point, it's like, why not save the trading cards for part 3 if I'm just, going to be lucky to get to $5,000 or $6,000. So. Which I don't mean I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm just saying that realistically, 8 to 10 is not.
Let's prove to him we can rock his account, and we can get him high. Come on, people! Yeah. I've got all kinds of artwork. I can give some stuff out to anybody who does big backings tonight. I can give some stuff out.
How? What are the dimensions of the pinup art?
The pinup art will all be 11 by 17.
Wow.
Same as it was. Same as it was last time.
11 by 17. Ooh, cool.
Yeah, I think those make the best for putting in like a frame or something like that.
That's nice. And how big are the posters?
They're 11 by 17. It's all 11 by 17. The posters are just, they're just the pinups, but they're not folded. So this is, yeah. See, they come in one of these nice plastic sleeves.
I could always send things like this sign.
Those are top loaders, right?
Yep.
I could always sign and send stuff like this that I've created.
So you've already started making art for your next project after Eagles, or well,
this is beside it. I'm actually working on a pinup book that's going to be for veterans charities. So do big backings on Tilt, and I'll add extra artwork.
How do you get the blacks on there? Is that solid ink? Or?
This actually. The printing's the final stage of it. It's actually create the shape. Everything was painted black and white, and then create the painting, and then I'll come through and do the final little etching and finishing on it and sign it. So yeah, this is actually takes multiple layers. It's very complex, actually, to create that smooth of a black and white. And it's all my shaping.
Huh.
Want signed one. Want signed one. Back tilt. Want signed one. Back tilt.
My news all. What's going on? We're going over the particulars of.
I am being a shameless promoter and willing to put my artwork on the line to help Doc because I believe in him and what he's doing.
There you go.
Well, I am immensely grateful.
Mwah.
Yeah, so if you just back the buy the variant cover art, and she'll throw in some freebies.
For sure.
Some sexy freebies. Back the write-in tier that's still open.
Oh, there's a couple of those.
I send in some sexy freebies and mail them off to Doc.
And you'll get drawn into issue 3 too.
Mm-hmm.
The people who backed the top tiers in Tilt 1 to have themselves drawn into Tilt 2, they must be pretty excited about the progress.
As far as I know, yeah.
You guys did a good job on this.
What
was it?
I believe in this project. I do. I believe in Doc's ability, and I believe in the artists I worked with here.
All the guys are checking out.
Different parts of her body.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
She's got a whip and everything. I'm just scrolling through enjoying the artwork. Look at all that blood. Oh, I finally got around to looking up that clip from the Steven Seagal movie. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. Erica Laniak, she was a looker in her day.
Yeah.
Apparently, she got tired of Hollywood and she married someone who was like a key grip in one of her movies, and they left and took off to Idaho.
What? Really?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh my gosh. Well, I hope she's doing well. Yeah, it's not for everyone, I guess. Hollywood.
No, not Idaho. Apparently, Alberta, Calgary, Alberta.
Oh, they went to Canada?
Hey, you mean somebody in Hollywood actually moved to Canada? I mean,
but for a good reason. So, how did you do the lettering for Tilt here on this cover? Is it computer generated or hand done?
Oh, that all of the graphic stuff is done by Lenore. So that is definitely that is digital. Yeah. The title, the all that stuff.
It's really nice. 14 and up variant cover. Sweet. Important note, for first-time backers of Tilt who do not get in on the first campaign, you'll have the option of purchasing Tilt Part 1 as an add-on. Just select the perk you want, and at the next page, you'll see the add-ons. I like that you made Book 1 available. That's cool. I think that's the way to do it for any campaign, really. Because sometimes people just don't hear about your campaign until later.
And some people are really nervous about backing one until they've seen some success with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's a fact. And Doc Hog has delivered. So people should feel more at ease to back the next one. Part 2.
He was the fastest delivery I've had yet. He was right on top of things, and he was the nicest one to deal with.
Nice. That's always a bonus. To be honest, I haven't really kept track of how fast things are being fulfilled and how long it takes, good or bad, for me to get the book, because I backed a lot of campaigns, but I don't really pay much attention to when it fulfills. I just wait for it to arrive. So this is always cool when there's a feature tier in a campaign. That, as far as I'm concerned, is like the best bang for your buck. It's not necessarily the cheapest tier. It's not necessarily the most expensive tier, but it's typically something in between. Gives you a good feel, a good taste for the got to let's see here. What was I going to say? It's somewhere in the middle, basically. So that basically gives you the 2 covers in this case, right?
Yeah.
All right. Cool deal. Digital copy, digital version of Tilt. Out of curiosity, have you seen a lot of interest in digital comics?
There's definitely. I have. I think I've actually got. I think I had to redo that tier for some reason, so I think I've actually got like 11 of those claimed, and a couple of issue 1s for digital. So yeah, there's definitely some interest in digital. Get them from generally from people, a lot of people who are overseas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's good to have that option available for that reason alone. And then you got the original book standard cover. After that one, we got for 14 USD the variant cover. And then we've got the original art reissue cover. So this is basically the cover of Tilt 1, is it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I wanted the people who got in the first time round, let them have something special. They got either the original standard or variant cover, and so decided to do a reissue cover for Tilt Part 1.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. This is the original art itself.
Mm-hmm.
Sketched, inked, colored by Allen. 11 by 17 sleeve. The backing board is not actually inside the plastic sleeve, right?
No. You wouldn't want to do that.
All right, yeah. Because I don't even think it would fit.
No, you put it inside the envelope so that you just have another thing that makes it hard to bend.
Yeah, added reinforcement.
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. And then, wow, this tier is still available. Play cards with Jennifer and get whacked.
Yep.
Be drawn into part 3, version A.
And that all the ones that drawn, again, you get the 2 physical copies of the comic, the digital copy, the tilt deck of cards, and the 2 pinups. So all comes with it.
All right. All right. Rosetta,
I'm gonna get going here, guys.
you gonna get going?
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging with us. I appreciate it.
All righty. Thanks,
mean it.
Rosetta.
If it
Appreciate it.
Backs anything $100 and up, they can get artwork from me for my pinup arts.
Okay.
Sweet.
Prove to Doc you're the one who did it, and I will send it to Doc in a package together.
Cool
All
deal.
right. Thank you.
So keep that in mind and watch my page for pinup art.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Bye, guys.
Take it easy. Thanks for hanging.
Jiggities.
Richard says, the art is amazing for this book, I have to say. Good stuff, good stuff. And then, let's see here. Play cards with Jennifer. Yeah, so you get not only the opportunity to get drawn into the book, but you'll get all the goodies, all the book, the book, and all that good stuff. And then original art variant cover,
which Rosetta said she'll add in some of her own art if anyone purchases that.
Yep. Bonus artwork. Any tier over 100. Yep. Be a thug. Give up info to Jennifer. Get whacked. And then part 3 version B. Part 3 version C. Be a mob's hitman. Be a mob hitman's friend or girlfriend. Give up info to Jennifer and survive. Maybe. And then we come, all kinds of sold out stuff. The original art, Vic King's Graveyard Shift. Original art deck of cards. It's always fun to see this stuff that's grayed out, the stuff that's already sold out. So, I don't know, glutton for punishment. I like to see what I missed out on. Be the spirit of chaos. That's part 3. Be drawn into part 3, version D.
Yeah, that one was taken.
Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but was it your brother who got drawn into book 2?
Yes.
Cool. Looking good, looking good. We gotta get this book funded, man.
Yeah, I know we do.
We got 15 days. Gotta push it harder.
Yeah. Well, I need to get on it and do a little. Let's really start pushing it hard.
Yeah, definitely. Hope that Malin can do that show this Saturday.
Yeah, the Malin show, and then I'm just I've got Piper is gonna have me on her show Wednesday. I'm trying to let me see, who else have I got lined up tomorrow. Tomorrow I've got Forest Publishing lined up. On Saturday I'm going to be on CromCon for 15 minutes too. So I've been hitting it. I mean, I was on Pop X last night. I was on Skits before I came on here.
Yeah,
You know, I had an unfortunate about a 5 or 6 day where I wasn't doing much. 29, 30, yeah. Which which I will be talking about if I don't hit my my goal this time around. But at this point, no point in getting into it if I do, because if I do make the goal. So, but at any rate,
you're going to be on Pop XP.
I already was on Pop X.
You were.
Yeah,
isn't that Billy Tucci's?
No, not Billy Tucci's. I wish it was Billy Tucci's, but no.
Because I thought that was Pop XP. Oh.
No, just Pop X, I think was
Pop X. Okay.
Yeah, that's different.
I haven't seen it in a while, but is it difficult to get on shows like Adam Post? Or
well, he kept promising to have me on during the campaign for Tilt 1, and it just never happened. And I asked about for Tilt 2, and he at that point said that he hadn't been firing up his stream a lot. I've noticed he has more, so I hit him up again recently and haven't heard back. Interestingly, there was one, and I don't want to throw any shade here, so I won't mention names on air, but who had me on last time and just said he's not doing many live streams now. So so that was just an opportunity that was really helpful last time, and I didn't have it this time. So
okay, well, that sucks.
It is what it is. I've found some new ones to go on, and
nice.
You just got to keep pushing, and I also I've made a couple appeals to Ethan, but nothing doing there yet. So
even if you are unsuccessful at actually getting on, have you tried what some people do and do a low end super chat and say, "Hey, everybody, check out my book, such and such. It's in demand, or it's funding, actually."
Yeah, you think that's a good idea?
I actually do. I mean, I think that's the closest most we'll get to ever being on a show. in all honesty, but I think it's effective because some of his streams can garner 1,400 people in chat, and if you can get some eyeballs on him reading super chats, then I think that can be an effective tool too. And I don't know. Some people also, as a method of promotion, they actually mail a copy of their book to some of these bigger channels.
I did that. I mailed a copy of Tilt 1 to Ethan, asking if I could get on his show, and nothing doing. It's just, but you got to figure he's gotten probably 24 of those. So, just one of many. And, it's, sooner or later I'll catch his eye, but, you can't go into this saying, my success is going to depend on getting on a show like Ethan's.
Right. Yeah.
You can't do it that way. So.
A lot of it is just getting yourself out there, spraying advertising yourself, and at the same time building your audience, which is why it's great that you've got your own channel too that you're working on. And all of this is on top of your regular day job, right?
There you go. There you go.
So, I mean, you're not only a creator, but you're working full time on this other thing. So it can be challenging to make the time in your schedule to even get in on all these streams.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I get to work from home, so if I need to take, half an hour out of my day to go on a stream or something, like I can, often I can do it. Not always. I mean, sometimes, if I'm in the middle of a deadline in a story and it needs to get finished, I just can't do it. But today, I was able to go on skits at 5 because, I didn't have a lot to do at the end of today. So that was possible. And excuse me. So anyway, I think we probably should call it a night, don't you?
Yep. Sounds like a plan. And
thanks so much for having me on again. And, I appreciate it. I really do.
Oh, of course. You want to take a moment? You got the floor. You want to share how you can be found on social media?
Yeah, at Doc_Hog is the best way to reach me, but also feel free to email me at dhog70@gmail.com.
Fantastic. You can find me on Facebook and YouTube at WyzGyz Entertainment, and on Twitter at WyzGyz Tweets. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Mark the bell for notifications. And hopefully you'll receive word whenever there's a new video or stream on. And wanted to be sure and drop a comment in the video below. Let us know what you're most excited about on Tilt Part 2. Thank you to everyone in chat. Thank you to everyone who watches this on replay. And great thanks and appreciation to our special guests, Doc Hog and Rosetta Allen. And we will end the broadcast.
Final guest is the only person below Wyatt Holiday in the ComicsGate phone book. It's my favorite failed clone of Peter Sammetti. The YouTube WyzGyz. How you doing, Conrad? Welcome to the show.